To financial analysts, working capital means the same as.
Exactly. Current assets, current liabilities makes sense and it is right choice.
Which of the following is related to receivable management?
Solid response. Aging schedule is a valid choice.
Which of the following is not a type of current liability?
Nice selection. Receivables is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following is not an element of credit policy?
Smart move. Sales price is an accurate answer.
What is cost of stock of work in progress in Q.1 of test?
Right again. 750,000 is a valid answer.
What is the primary goal of working capital management?
Good job. Your answer ensuring liquidity and solvency works well here.
What is value of creditors for purchases in Q.1 of test?
Good thinking. 156,000 is the right answer.
What is cost of stock of finished goods in Q.1 of test?
40,000 is true.
Working capital management is concerned with managing.
Right choice. Short-term assets and liabilities is the best answer.
A company with a high current ratio is likely to have.
Sharp thinking. Excessive liquidity is the right choice.
In ABC analysis system, the B category stands for dash.
Well-reasoned. Average importance in values is the correct choice.
System of procuring goods when required is known as.
Correct. Just in time is the right answer.
Which of the following is a part of working capital?
Excellent choice. Inventory is the right answer.
Below are all components of working capital except.
Nicely done. Note payable is a solid answer.
The transaction motive for holding cash is for dash.
You got it. Your choice daily operations is right.
What is value of net working capital in Q.1 of test?
Bravo. 30, 56, 750 is the answer.
In current ratio, current assets are compared with.
Excellent. Current liabilities is a brilliant choice.
Which of the following is not a motive to hold cash?
Well done. Capital investment is the right choice.
What are the aspects of working capital management?
Great job. All of the above is the accurate answer.
Dash is a part of the total assets of the company.
Perfect. Working capital is the correct choice.
What is cost of stock raw material in Q.1 of test?
Great thinking. 144,000 is the right choice.
The economic order quantity formula is taken used.
You chose differential calculus, and it is correct.
Commercial paper are generally issued at a price.
You're right. Less than face value is the correct answer.
The best suited deposit for trading community is.
Strong choice. Current deposit is the right answer.
What is cash cost of production in Q.1 of test?
Nice work. You chose 62,000 and it is correct. Bad debt cost is not borne by factor in case of. Clear logic. Your choice with recourse factoring is sound and 100% true.
Which of the following is a liability of a bank? Smart pick. Certificate of deposits is the correct choice. Below are the elements of credit policy except. On track. Trade credit is the correct answer. What does a negative working capital indicate? Correct response. Financial distress is the most accurate answer. The tool of treasury management do not include. Well picked. Risk management is the correct answer. Firms which are capital intensive rely on dash. Well reasoned. Debt is the correct choice. Boomel's model of cash management attempts to. Great job. Minimization of total cost is the accurate answer. Below are the reasons for holding cash except. Smart pick. Retaining motive is the correct choice. Which of the following is a discount security? Bravo. Commercial bills is the answer. Cost of not carrying enough inventory include? Correct. Lost sales is the right answer. Money market financial services not include. You got it? Your choice merchant banking is right. Interest on corporate bonds is usually paid. Perfect. 6 monthly is the correct choice. Cost of insurance and taxes are included in. Well done. Carrying cost is the right choice. Securitization is related to conversion of. Great thinking. Receivable is the right choice. What is cash cost of sales in Q.1 of test? You chose 612,000, and it is correct. Poor liquidity and higher risk represent. Strong choice. Aggressive currents is the right answer. What is cash factory cost in Q.1 of test? Right choice, therefore 2000 is the best answer. What is value of debtors in Q.1 of test? On track, 102,000 is the correct answer. What is cost of raw material consumed? Solid response, 1728,000 is a valid choice. Gross working capital consisted with. Good job. Your answer all of above works well here. Which is not an example of inventory. Well picked. Machine is the correct answer. Trade credit is usually allowed for. Correct response. 6 months is the most accurate answer. Marketable securities are primarily. You're right. Short-term debt investment is the correct answer. Which is not the service of factors. Right again. None of above is a valid answer. Use of safety stock by a firm would. Clear logic. Your choice increase inventory cost is sound and 100% true. 5 C's of the credit does not include. Good thinking. None of above is the right answer. The cheapest source of finance is. Nicely done. Retained earnings is a solid answer. Receivable management deals with. Exactly. Debtor collection period makes sense and it is right choice. Float management is related with. Excellent choice. Cash management is the right answer. Inventory holding cost includes. Nice work. You chose none of above and it is correct.
Reorder level is calculated by. Valid point. Maximum consumption, maximum delivery time is true.
Concentration banking helps in. Sharp thinking. Increasing collections is the right choice.
Cash budget does not consist.
Nice selection. Credit transaction is the correct and valid answer.
Unsecured notes usually pay.
Smart move. Fixed coupons is an accurate answer.
What is working capital?
Excellent. Current assets, current liabilities is a brilliant choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Well done. Contact Narayan Changda is the right choice.